Hi, I am Allison Sands, and I want to talk to you today about wall decor. I'm going to walk you through some of our 45 new pieces of wall decor, and I'm going to do it by trend and touch upon the things that I feel are really important for you to know in order to understand what's behind our product. So many of our products are hand painted, many of our products are framed, and many of our products are hand done in India, different version here. And I'd like to first talk about a canvas piece of art that is a landscape of trees with a beautiful sky, and it's all like three-dimensional hand-painted leaves with a really beautiful recessed frame. And if you get a chance to get up close and personal, you'll understand what goes into this. And this is canvas. Another thing which is hand-painted, which is a slightly different technique, is this assortment of two flowers arrangements here. This is hand painted, but the canvas, as you can see, it's wrapped on board and framed with a recess here. So this item here is, very textural and, really wonderful to touch and feel. While we're on the hand painted aspect, we've done hand painted and we've done value propositions for our canvas. One of the value propositions, one of like three that we're doing, is over here, and it is a 5-in-1 hand-painted bird motif. So this large canvas is hand-painted, and in the back it will ship with 4 other birds that coordinate for the assortment, and so the shipping is really great price and great value for this item. I'm going to go away from canvas for a moment and just talk about something very special. This piece is a tree of life, and it's got a lot of movement when you touch it. It's twisted metal done in India by our artisans and hand painted leaves. Really well done and well received. We had great success in Pedal and Plow, probably because the subject matter is so much fun amongst everything wall art and other categories. So one of the items that always does well for Evergreen is horses. And not only is it just horses, it's a series of 2 horses that does well for Evergreen. And this is hand painted and just really a beautiful, beautiful painting. The other thing is we've done cows before, and this technique, it may be hard to see unless you're up close, but this is a crackle effect on canvas. The actual art is not crackled, it's completely flat, as you can see here. And this is done with a floating frame, which gives it a little bit more of a contemporary feel. And so we do an assortment so that you all can get 2 different cows and have more success selling. Speaking of assortments, we've done boots here, and boots are on trend. Boots are everywhere amongst every type of category. These boots here are embossed. So each one of them, you can feel the texture when you get up close to it with the designs of the boots, 1 and 2. And this is all metal. This is a traditional frame versus this, which was a floating frame. It gives it a totally different type of look. I want to mention that something a little bit different is our set of 4 animals. And it's just very, very simple. This frame is not wood. It is a type of plastic that's meant to look like wood, and it really fooled me for quite a long time until I kept touching it and feeling it to realize that it was not wood, but it's very handsome looking. And going along with the trend of cowboy boots and Western is our own Evergreen art that you won't find anywhere else. And this is glass framed, trendy cowboy boots and coordinating animals to look. One more element here that I would like to address is this here is canvas wrapped around particle, and it's just our novelty assortment of a cow, and then there's a dog in the kitchen for those that like this farmhouse look. And that's it for Pedal and Plow. Okay. Welcome to our coastal trend, and I wanted to talk about some very special pieces of wall decor. The first piece I want to talk to you about is this is a mosaic piece of wall decor. It's done in mosaic. It's glued to a fabric background and then placed into a frame. And it's actually very smooth, but it has still the feel and the heft of mosaic, a real beauty. Second item I want to talk to you about is jellyfish. Jellyfish are on trend. It's a little bit of a different icon than what we typically do at Evergreen. It differentiates itself with the glittery gold three-dimensional hand-painted art, and this is also framed in a wood-like frame that looks really stunning. And this is this navy midnight blue. Next, I want to draw your attention to this beautiful blue heron. This is a hand-painted canvas, so it's got this hand-painted element in the details, and then it's framed twice, or it's got two layers of frames with a flat ivory frame and then a very traditional frame, and it's a nice size piece. So this I would definitely look at. I also want to show you one of our other value propositions, which is a 4-in-1 piece of canvas. So this is the back side of what you'll get when you open up this piece of art. This is hand-painted coastal scenes, and the front of it is just a scene with the birds here. So this is really nice, and the value is fantastic. And lastly, not belonging in coastal, but I brought it over here because I had to share my joy for this, is we have an assortment of 3 14-inch by 14-inch dogs. So this technique here is crystal paint, and this is all done with an acrylic background and crystal, really 3-dimensional paint, which gives personality and look to this contemporary assortment. So thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I wanted you to know that this is just a sampling of our wall decor. We have 45 new pieces of wall decor. A majority of it is hand painted or has a frame, and some have elements of glass. And I encourage you to please read through the bullet points to give you more accurate and more detailed descriptions to help you with your decisions about wall decor. Thank you.